Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 64 of Modern Skyblock 3. More space! I'm very excited to go play with space. Space. Alright, what do we got going on today? So last episode we made this nifty looking satellite, which is awesome because when I hold it in my hand, my whole character goes like, oh, this is so heavy, and he crouches down. That's like the coolest part of this mod so far. I'm assuming there's plenty more stuff coming. So let's continue to space and beyond, the quest that we are currently working on. One of the next things we're going to have to do, launching satellites into space. I have to build a rocket launch pad and a fuel loader. So we've got the satellite that we need to launch, right? The satellite rocket. So that's all set. We're ready to blast the satellite into space. But we need a launch pad in order to do it. We also need a fuel loader to fill it up with fuel. So let's get a rocket launch pad and a fuel loader and see what's all involved in that. So a rocket launch pad, tier 3 rocket launch pad, powered rocket launch pad, tier 2 rocket launch pad, rocket launch pad. I'm guessing that's it, right? Blocks of iron and compressed iron from Galacticraft. And that makes 9 at a time. So that doesn't look so bad, actually. So iron. Why does that iron look weird? Does that look weird to anyone else? Does that look darker than it should? I think it's just that first thing being all weird. Not entirely sure why that happens, but you know. So the electric compressor, we're going to want 1 or 2 sets of these guys real quick. And that launch pad thing looks pretty easy. So while we're doing that, let's also get the fuel loader. Fuel loader. So there's the advanced fuel loader, the ultimate fuel loader, and this dude. Compressed copper, tin canister, basic way for compressed tin. So let's get some tin ingots, copper ingots, and user are what we need to get going here. So we'll just get, that should be, I'm gonna get a few extras just because why not, right? And you can do the tin for me. And then I believe the tin canister looked something like that. All right, so U plus the iron equals the launch pad. And then the fuel loader pretty much just needs the compressed copper and tin now, which we have plenty of. Because that stuff actually crafts pretty quickly if you're not watching the progress bar. Nice. Ding ding. Ding ding indeed. Alright, so how do we build this thing? I assume that basically quest updated, launching satellites into space. Hooray! I assume that our plan here is to essentially build... Hey, wow, look at that. Cool. There's like a little thing popped up. That indicates to me that I must have done something right. Did I put you next to it? I don't know. I have no idea how this thing works. Fuel loader. Status. No fuel to load. I assumed as much. Let's see if U on wrench mode will rotate him. Or rotate mode for that matter. Okay. I knew I was rotating these blocks somehow, I just forget how. But anyway, we'll probably have to get power over here at some point. So we've got satellite rocket, we've got a basic satellite. I don't exactly know how to make that work now. Discovering planets and stocking up on oxygen are 2 of the other tasks. Also, we need some kind of fuel, but I'm not seeing a lot of info. Now, there is this space race manager. Whoa, look at that, cool. That's pretty neat. Let me do a little research on what I need to do next. I assume I have to get the satellite rocket onto here, and I'm guessing maybe I do something like just place it on, but I want to know what I'm doing before I do it. Alright, so I did a little bit of research. So satellite rockets are not part of Galacticraft by itself. They're part of a separate mod called Planet Progression, which aims to add progression to Galacticraft. Now, also, one of the things you have to do in order to get things, so I'm hoping that if I do this quest, but apparently telescopes and satellite controllers are an important part of this. You're going to need a satellite controller to collect data from your satellites. Once it's finished collecting data, you'll get a research paper, which you can use in a telescope to discover a planet. Aha! So, let's make these things, and then we'll see if it tells me how to control, and even if it doesn't, I have a pretty good idea of how it's going to work. So we'll find out. So satellite controller. Oh wow, you need 2 basic satellites to make a satellite controller. Good to know. We're going to need a lot more of these solar panels and basic satellite modules. Wah, wah, wah. Aside from that, the rest of the recipes aren't too bad, but wow, that's a lot of recipe stuff. Full slow, la, la, la. That's expensive. It's really expensive. So it looks like we have a lot of diamonds and lapis being used in our future. So let's get some lapis, and I'll be back in a few minutes. More silicon, please. So I needed so many of these circuit fabricator recipes, I decided to make another one just so I could have 2 running at once. Because it's slow. It's so slow. It is so slow. And we need a lot of things. So I've thus far gotten 15 full solar panels, and I got those from 2 stacks of these blue solar wafers. So in total I need like 48, right? Because I need 12 and 12, so I need 24 per basic satellite. So we have a lot more to go. This is going to be the last one of this, though, which means I can cook this guy into these again. But now, at least, I think I'm gotten close to having enough of this stuff, right? So let's see. Do I have everything I need to make 12 of these? If I put you away and you away. Hooray! 12 of those. Nice. All right, cool. So now I just need slightly more of these solar panel dudes. So I'm just going to get what I can get. Put all this away, recipe this dude into this. Needs these first. Booyah. And then this. And I'm just going to get another stack of these, because I don't know how much I have at this point, but I feel like it's probably not enough. Hey, look, that's enough for my first of 2 satellites. So I need 2 basic satellites to make, so why don't I just use the one I have now, and then like the stuff that I get from there is the satellite I'll actually launch into space. Does that sound fair? Because I can probably make this now, right? What do I have to go in the middle here? Another advanced wafer, because of course I do. All right, well that's at least only 1 that I need. When this is done, I will swap it out. There we go. Cool. So that'll get me that guy. Let's look into the telescope too. So the telescope, so this research paper is all planet progression. Neat. Okay. Oh, blocks of diamond, that hurts. Really? Blocks of diamond? Really? Blocks of diamond? I might have literally enough, just barely, to make 2 blocks of diamond. I'm really low on diamonds. I've been doing my best to make this work out, but boy, is it hard. Telescope. Hooray, I have a telescope. What's up, dude? We've got a really large telescope now. Bing. Neat. And then, now that I have it, I should make my satellite controller, which needs more compressed aluminum, apparently. I'll make a few extra just cause. Doesn't hurt to make a few extra. Satellite controller. Boom. Quest. Let's hear the ding. Hooray! We did the thing. Cool. So we've got our satellite controller, which looks like it needs power. And of course it's a put my power on the top kind of guy. Who's still dinging? Is it you? Yeah, it's probably you. Okay. This can go away for the time being. So we've got our satellite controller. Player die roll 20. Research progress 0. Researching nothing. Cool. So I guess once I launch my satellite, which I am taking a break from crafting because we need more diamonds, please. I've got 5. I'm going to look into seeing if I could like chop this stuff up into diamonds. I think I can. Should be a thing we can do. Let's make 1 more satellite if we can. So you over here have that many, and we've got some of that. All right, so let's get this going. And then we're gonna put this dude in here. So I need, how many of these again? That's 12. I need 24 more. So we're getting close. Close to being able to have another satellite. Wow, does that need a lot of diamonds. Holy cow. But let's look at this telescope thing. So what do you do? I like how it has an RF indicator. Do you really need RF? And wow, you need RF? Where do I even put RF into you? Where would you accept RF? Explain. Explain where you would accept RF. I mean, let's get a few more of these things. I don't think I have iron into the redstone. Which one to use the redstone infusing factory? I think it's this guy. That looks doable. Sweet. Alright, so explain to me where you're supposed to get RF in from? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. Doot doot. Does that look like he's connecting? It really doesn't, right? Like, I have to imagine this thing's gonna connect somewhere. How else is he supposed to get RF? I mean, there's a... Or use a connected power source. I mean, there's a battery slot, right? Obviously, but... None of these wires look like they're connecting, which is a bad sign that this might not work. What do I have for a battery source? We could probably use flux capacitors, maybe? Think that's a doable thing? You should fill up from the wireless transfer dude that we have. And let's see if you would be kind enough to... Nope. How about something called battery? Is there a mechanism style battery? So there's a mercury battery. So these are batteries from extra planets. You need a battery from Galacticraft Core. All right. Now, will you accept power from something? Let's try this dude. Yeah, that works. That works. That might be cool. I don't know if these will stack, but hey, I'll try it. Yeah, they don't stack. I mean, that makes sense. Please work. Yay, it's working. Wow, you don't hold a lot of batteries. Wow, and you drain power like so. Wow, hello. Hello, battery drain. I like how that enable disable button doesn't seem to do a lot. Wah wah wah. I have no idea what this thing does. Alright, so here's what I did. I made myself a Signalum flux capacitor. I charged my batteries with them. And apparently what you're supposed to do is put paper in here and then do that. Progress 0%. Okay. So that rotates the thing. So see how my Signalum flux capacitor... I wish I could put that in there directly, but I can't really. I assumed this was supposed to, like, progress a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be. Okay, back in a minute when I figure this out more. Alright, so we have to put the research paper in here, not regular paper, and that's obtainable from a satellite controller. Alright, so I think I'm understanding this now. That might be the case. So I guess we have to launch our satellite. So let's figure that out. How do we get fuel from the fuel loader? All right, so apparently the fuel that I need is A fuel bucket from Galacticraft Core or a fuel bucket from Galacticraft Core. Cool. This one comes from the refinery from Galacticraft, and apparently you can put oil in there, so that's cool. And this one is fuel courtesy of Galacticraft Core's fuel. So let's get a fuel. Let's try this way, because this way requires basically pneumatic-craft, and that's it. I want to try this way out and just see what's involved. So we just need a refinery from Galacticraft. So let's get a refinery from Galacticraft. What's involved here? More compressed steel. There we go. Cool. All right, now refinery for the fuel. So basically we pump oil into this thing and then we should be good to go. I don't know. Don't ask me, I just work here. Cool, refinery. So you're another feed me power from the top kind of guy, right? So we should have plenty of oil, and I'm hoping this oil will work. So let's see if that will refine. Hey, it looks like it is. That's cool. I'll take it. And we're producing fuel. And it looks like a 1-to-1 ratio, so that's neat. Oh, hello. Okay. So that's cool. Is that like a bug or... I don't know if that's intended or not, but I feel like I'm getting an entire bucket's worth of fuel for like a comically small amount. I feel like that's a bug. So not enough power, so let's get power over to this bad boy. Doesn't that sound like a bug? I mean, it feels like a bug to me. Hey, look at that. Perfectly lined up. Neat. Still couldn't figure out how the telescope works, but we'll figure it out. All right, so you've got energy, status active. So I guess I put that here. Hey, what's going on? Space to launch, A and D turn left, WS up and down, none, inventory or fuel. All right, so options, controls, planet progression category. Open powered vehicle inventory. Let's find a hotkey that's not already used. Numpad 0 sounds like a good hotkey to use. So numpad 0. Are you fueling, by the way? Like, do you have fuel? It's cool looking though, right? Doesn't it look cool? I'm assuming, oh, that's from Extra Planets, huh? Let's see what Galacticraft Core has to say. Open inventory spaceship. Let's do that, numpad 0. Hey, cool, it's fueling. Look at that. And then I think I put the satellite in here, right? So I have to go make that other satellite again. Because we need more diamonds and lapis, remember? Yay, we've got a few diamonds going on. We'll see what kind of luck we have. I'll be back in a minute when I get all the stuff I need. All right, got it done. Beautiful. And with just one extra solar wafer. Sweet. All right, so then you guys should go here and here. This will get us our satellite. So I'm thinking what I'm supposed to do is get in here, open this, put the satellite in the inventory, do that, And like, is that it? Do we launch it now? Let's launch a rocket, because I don't know what I'm doing. Space to launch. I don't have a parachute. If I press launch again, there's no going back. Okay, well, I'm gonna get off then. And I'm hoping that thing's gonna launch. Or my game freezes up. That's also an option. Oh, there it goes. Hey, look, it's going! Woot! Go, satellite, go! Hey, it took the launch pad with it. Goodbye, launch pad. Apparently launch pads go to space. That's not good. Alright, well, off it goes. And supposedly I should be able to access the satellite here at some point once it's launched, I guess. So at what point will it show up in here? That is fascinating. Go, satellite controller, go. I'm hoping that I'm right about this, because that's what it says. It says, I found like the mod page on CurseForge. It says craft a satellite builder. We did that. Craft a basic satellite using the satellite builder. We did that. Craft a satellite rocket using the NASA workbench. We did that. Launch satellite rocket with basic satellite in the rocket cargo. Done. Satellite will be correctly sent to space at y equals 1200. Okay. Then we have to craft a satellite controller, which is this dude. Use the satellite controller to access the satellite. You will need to place a battery or connect power for it to work. Well, we did that, right? Using the satellite controller, select the satellite you want to research with using the arrow buttons on the GUI. So I'm clicking the buttons and nothing's happening yet. I'll tell you what though, my computer has gotten really laggy, so the game... Well, I just teleported up to the world height, so I reloaded the game, closed it out, and came back in, because it was going crazy. I don't see a satellite in the satellite controller. So I don't know if that's like a bug. From what I understand, when you launch the satellite, it should show up in here. Like, I should own a satellite now. And I'm not entirely sure what I did wrong. However, there are commands I can use to give myself a satellite. So why don't we try that? So add new satellite, Direwolf 20. You launched a satellite into space for Direwolf 20. Yay! I don't know why I didn't get that message before when I launched the satellite rocket, dude. But that's cool. So hey, I have a satellite. Look at that. Booyah. And it's researching. Cool. All right. Nice. So select the satellite you want to research with using the arrow buttons in the GUI. So we did that. Once the satellite controller will send a message to the satellite to start researching. This will take a certain amount of time to do so. Once the progress gets to 100% in the satellite controller, it will give you research paper based on your already unlocked list. And then I have to craft a telescope, put the research paper and a battery in the telescope, and then the telescope will research the planet and moon that the research paper is set for. That will also take a certain amount of time. And then the telescope will unlock the planet and moon, allowing you to see or travel to the planet and moon that the research paper is set to for a 100% progress on the telescope. So basically, I have to make this thing research the moon. So like the satellite goes up into space. We discover that there's a moon there, because we didn't already know that, you know, from looking at that. We didn't know there was a moon, but now that we have the technology to launch a satellite into space, we no longer need the technology of our eyes to look at the moon and see that it exists, which is cool. What is that thing? What's this little? What's this thing? Chaos node from Silent Gems. Okay, cool. Today I learned. So now we're discovering that a moon exists, and then we have to take this research paper that is currently being created by the satellite controller and stick it in the telescope so that the telescope can research the existence of the moon. Cool beans. All right. So let's come back in a minute. All right, so we're hitting 96%, and I'm curious what will happen once that paper is produced. Like, does it need blank paper, or does it just spit out a thing? Guess we'll find out in about 5 seconds. In about 5 more seconds. Go. Do the thing. Yay, we got paper. Cool. And now you're researching Mars. Sweet. Now, can I just... Because I assume what's going to happen... Right? Whoops. What? Just happened there. Okay, cool. Well, that was certainly something, wasn't it? I'm going to borrow you for a sec, electric compressor. So, like... There's sides to this thing. But I guess I can't pipe items out of it. Advanced logistical doohickey. I like how it turned green, though. Did you see that? That was weird. Pull. Ha! That's weird. Look at it do that. That's weird. Isn't that weird? I think that's weird. Alright. So, word on the street is you're not a fan of being automated. That's what I'm going to say that means, is this block does not want to be automated. It's like, nope. So let's take the moon progress out of here. So we got moon. Now you're researching Mars. I don't know how long that's going to... Okay, yeah, you're going now. Cool. So it doesn't look like there's any luck with that. So you now need to research this moon paper. Research the moon paper. Get some power. Hey, that's not so bad. It's actually pretty quick. Ding! Research completed. You've discovered the moon! Hooray! And there was much rejoicing. So now that I've discovered the moon, apparently I can go there, I guess. So what's my next quest? Because I kind of broke away from the quest book for a few minutes while I was trying to understand how things work. But I probably need to stock up on oxygen. I probably have to make a rocket. And maybe some other things might be necessary. So should we do this bit? Let's do that. Before we go to space, you're going to need the correct gear. That includes an oxygen mask, gear, tank, and the actual spacesuit. To fill up your tank, you're going to need an oxygen compressor. To collect oxygen for it, you can use the oxygen collector. All right. So let's just search JEI for oxygen here. So we're going to need an oxygen... extremely heavy oxygen tank. Look at all these oxygen tanks. My goodness. Light oxygen tanks, medium oxygen tanks, heavy oxygen tanks. Alright, so heavy oxygen tank, right? Check. I'm going to put these batteries away because I don't think I need them at the moment. So that should be that. Wait, does it matter which heavy oxygen tank I make? It might. Oh, I see what those are all about. They're just different colors? I think you actually care too, don't you? Can we have more steel? Probably gonna have to go make more steel. So it's iron in here, right? So let's get some iron. Might need more carbon relatively soon. We'll find out. Cool. And then smelting factory. And then hopefully by the time I get over here, we'll have a few more. I think the quest actually wants you to make, because it doesn't have the name, like, and you also want full oxygen on you. So I wonder, like, if it's actually caring about the color of the top there. It looks like a white one, though, I think. Doesn't that look... Heavy oxygen tank. It looks like a white one, right? It doesn't look like a gray one. So let's get some steel. Throw a few extra in there just for good measure. And you, sir, do that. No, that, no. This direction? There we go. Okay, cool. And then you're good. So let's get the heavy oxygen tank that's white, just for good measure. That works, right? Put you away. Get this one. Not sure if that matters for the purposes of the quest, but we'll find out. All right. And then we need... Oh, yeah, look. See, now completed. See? So it was the white one we needed to get. Oxygen gear. Okay. So that requires a lot of things I don't have. Fluid pipes. Glass panes. Fluid pipes. Whatever an oxygen concentrator is. Not too bad looking. Just need another one of these dudes. And whatever this is, oxygen vent. Yeah, it's doable. You are needing more tin. I'll get that many. Does that sound cool? Debating at what point I want to start adding these things to the refund to the AE auto crafting stuff, but oxygen. Can't type today, can I? Gear. So that should be cool for that bit and that bit. Okay. So that's cool. Oxygen mask, and then we need the spacesuits. To fill up your tank, you're going to need an oxygen compressor. To collect oxygen, you need an oxygen collector. Oxygen compressor. So there's, of course, many tiers of that, but a regular oxygen compressor looks like that. Okay. Looks like we're going to want some more of this, so let's do some of that, because it looks like we're going to need it. So oxygen compressor. Probably needs more steel as well, it looks like. Let's do that many. Does that seem fair? I think so. Putting away junk. Come on, steel. Alright, oxygen compressor needs one of these bad boys, and then oxygen compressor needs one of these dudes. Like so. And then oxygen compressor needs one more steel. I'm going to throw a little bit more steel plates in there just to have them for when I need them. And then oxygen collector. So the compressor apparently will be cool. So the collector needs another one of these bad boys. Good thing I made a few extra of these, huh? Okay. And then what else do you need? Another one of these, and another one of these. Cool. And that should, for the most part, fill up my oxygen tank. Now, I'm guessing these things need power. So we're going to be ready for that, right? So you, and then the oxygen fan. Cool. Okay, so let's see what direction we have to place you to get you to be happy. Nope. Hey, quest updated, stocking up on oxygen. Oxygen collector. Sweet. All right. Collecting 186 per second. Now, I'm guessing that that must be the input. No, these are the... Maybe this is the output? Oh. And then oxygen compressor. Okay. No valid oxygen tank. So you don't have any oxygen in you yet. But I'm wondering if those pipes that we just got... Does that work? That looks like it works. Cool. And then I can put my oxygen tank in there? Hey, cool. Oxygen remaining. Sweet. All right, so that works. Right? That's a thing. We got that going. Nice. All right, not too shabby. And that, for the most part, completes... Now I just need the spacesuit, obviously, right? But what quest did that just complete? I don't know what quest that completed, because it did show completing a quest, but I don't know which one. Oh, it was the second half of this quest. Okay. So we just need the oxygen mask and the spacesuits. Oxygen mask. Don't look too hard. Spacesuit tier 1. Oh, wow, that's... What are all these things? This might be a craft between episodes kind of guy. Tier 1 unprepared stuffs. Tier 1 spacesuit. That's what we need, right? Tier 1 spacesuit helmet. Yep, that dude. Alright, so this will apparently use to full stop pressure damage and slow down the rate of radiation gained. The tier of each part of the spacesuit counts towards reducing the amount of radiation gained. Cool. And then there's modules you can install in it. Neat. So there's a tier 1 spacesuit, and then there's a tier 2, which seems to upgrade from the tier, well, unprepared. Cool. That requires titanium, which I presume we get from planets. Interesting. And that requires aluminum. All right, so these guys are all pretty much aluminum, and then we use them with pressure layers, which is wool cloth and a bunch of other things. So I think what I'm going to do is between episodes, teach some of these components. So the compressor needs 4 aluminum ingots. Okay. To the system. So let's get a stack of aluminum. Really? We're out of aluminum again? Wow, that was quick, huh? I thought I put like a bunch of aluminum in this thing too. But we might need more aluminum alchemical ore dust. So let me work on some of this off camera. We'll come back next episode with a fully functioning spacesuit, and maybe we'll see what's involved in going to planets after that. For now, Devil 20 signing off. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time and have a little bit more fun. All right, guys, take it easy.